Hey guys, this is Matthew from Reddit Vikings, and as I promised, I wanted to show you guys a video on hogging, and here it is. So we're gonna watch a few attacks from our last war, and I'll point out what was good, what could be improved, and I hope this helps us get better at hogging. So first up, we're gonna watch Panda Bandit attacking number 9. And when you're doing a hog attack, there are always 2 or 3 things, depending on your town hall level. If you're town hall 9, you have to take the enemy archer queen out. If you're town hall 8, obviously she won't be a threat. So first thing is double giant bombs. Are there any double giant bombs on this base? And the answer is no, there aren't any. Everything's clumped up in the middle, and your hogs will just go streaming from one defense to the other until they're over on the other end. Next thing, CC lure. You have to take care of the CC before you're attacking with your hogs, because they will pound on the defenses, but they won't care if they're attacked by the enemy CC, so you have to take those out first. And last but not least, enemy archer queen on this one. She is very exposed over here. CC. Enemy CC is very centered, so it's pretty hard to lure, but what you can see is there's this cannon which is in range of the CC radius, so if you send a few hogs in from right here, they will grab the enemy CC and possibly take out this cannon. So what he does is he sends in a few hogs, grabs the enemy CC, and then he does a T-duct, which is a trigger or lure, drag over, clump is clumping them up on his anchor right here, and then take out. So what he does is he sends a few barbs, sends a few archers, and then puts it down a few wizards to take out the enemy CC. We will talk about how that goes when we're there. Alright, next up, enemy archer queen. As you can see, she is very exposed, so you only need to send in your barb king to tank, while your own archer queen takes out the enemy archer queen. And from there on, it's just sending in your hogs. He comes from right here, Asian wall style, and just lets his hogs run over this base. Let's see how he does it live. First thing, grabbing the enemy CC, sends in a few hogs, they get sprung, sends in a few more. As you can see, grabs all the enemy CC. There's a dragon in there, so pretty hard to deal with. If he had witches, it might be easier. Yeah, there are the barbs, sending them in. He could have put them all around, so the dragon had been distracted more, but he gets his job done in the end. So enemy CC is about to go down. Next thing, enemy archer queen puts down his barb king as a tank, puts down his own archer queen, locks on the enemy archer queen instantly, takes her out, and from now on, no more threats remain. Just sending in his hogs, Asian wall style, letting them stream all over the base, places some nice heals on those splash damage defenses, keeping them alive. As you can see, the hogs are standing in heals all the time, no problem with the damage. They don't need rages, they're doing enough damage as is. You only need to keep them alive. So a few get sprung there, but no problem. Taking out all the enemy defenses, and now it's clean up, so we can speed this up. Boom, enemy barb king goes down. Beautiful attack. Very nice. Followed all the steps that were necessary, and boom, Easy 3-star. Next up, we're gonna watch my attack, not the 99% 1-star, but the one that actually grabbed the 3-star. So next we're going to watch my attack on number 18, and as you can see, it's a Town Hall 8 attack, so there's no enemy Archer Queen there we have to take care of. So there are only two things we need to check, which are double giant bombs and enemy CC. So, double giant bomb spots. This one, this one, this one, and this one. That's it. There are no other double giant bomb spots. And what you can see is that those are a non-factor, basically, because if you send your Hogs from here, they will go here, then they will go here, maybe spread up a little, and then they're just going inside. So if there were double giant bombs here, they wouldn't be triggered, or at least they wouldn't be triggered all at the same time, but one by one. So you could potentially heal them with a single heal spell. So double giant bombs, basically non-factor on this base. Next up, enemy CC, which is here, pretty exposed. So you could send in a few Hogs from this side, or if you wanted to check for double giant bombs, you could clear out this spot by just sending them in from here, and they would possibly trigger this spot right here. Alright, then drag them over if they have a high HP CC. If they don't, just drop a poison spell on them. Remember, wizards get taken out by poison spells as well, so no problem there. And then it's just from where do you want to come, and I think that this spot is pretty good, because from the pathing they will just go in right here, take this out, this out, this out, and then they will just go in and roll over this base, basically. So you only have to focus a few spots with your heals, which is spot right here, because there are splash defenses right there. Then if they get too low, you want to put one up here and maybe one up here. We will see how that goes. Let's check out the replay. Here comes the CC lure. Didn't send them from the bottom, but it didn't matter. No double giant bomb there. Couldn't take out this Archer Tower, but it doesn't matter. Drop the poison spell, taking them out. See how those wizards are just slowly dying. Alright, then come from the other side, sending in those Hogs, 2-finger drop. Basically what I wanted to do is get the Archer Tower and the cannon. So there they are onto this Tesla. Giant bomb goes down, drop the heal spell. Maybe I could put it a little bit further in, but that won't matter too much. So next heal spell goes down on the splash defense. That's very important, because this is the only thing that can take out all your Hogs at once. And keeping this third heal spell, because they aren't getting too low. Now trigger the bomb. Boom, heal spell. Running round the last defenses. Drop down the Barking there to distract those defenses, but they're already locked on to those Hogs. Alright, last defense goes down. They take care of those skeletons. They take care of the Barking, and from there on it's just cleanup time. You notice I kept my wizards for the most part, because you don't need to spam them. For the same reason you don't need as many wizards, because the plan is that your Hogs take out all the defenses, a few are kept left over, and then you basically sprinkle your wizards around the base to ensure that you get all the cleanup. If you look at the 99% 1-star, I made a mistake there, because I didn't drop my wizards all around the base to ensure cleanup, and that's what cost me in the end. So yeah, make sure that you keep your wizards, there are only two reasons to bring the wizards, and the first thing is T-Duct, killing the enemy CC if they are high HP, and the second is obviously cleanup. So you need to spam them around the base at the end when all the defenses, or most of the defenses, are down. Alright, last attack we're gonna watch, and this is something where I think we can learn a lot from. And this last attack is going to be Big Dylan attacking number 7. And yeah, let's look at the base. Let's follow our checklist. Double giant bomb spots. As you can see, there are no double giant bomb spots on this base. There are not even single giant bomb spots. So DGBs definitely are a non-factor here. Next up is enemy CC, and it isn't too centered, so you could easily lure it if you came, for instance, from this direction with a few hogs. This archer tower easily in range. You could all the enemy CC, and then you could do your T-Duct maybe on this Duct Spare Factory over here, because that's out of range. All other buildings are in range, but this is slightly out of range. So if you drop one of your barbarians for the T-Duct, he will go there and drop another, and so on. Okay. Next thing, enemy Archer Queen is pretty far in. So this is definitely a factor you have to consider, because the enemy Archer Queen will lock onto your hogs and she will just wreck them. She will follow them all around. As soon as they go out of the heal spells, she will just wreck them. So you have to take care of the enemy Archer Queen. And the way to do this is obviously bringing a golem, maybe 2 golems, drop one here, drop one here, to soak fire from this defense, this defense, this defense, this defense, this defense. And the next thing you want to do is sprinkle a few of your wizards to take care of all these buildings, to create a nice funnel so that your kill squad to kill the enemy Archer Queen goes in there. Then next you want to drop a jump spell right here, so that it extends from this compartment to this compartment. So you can get a clean shot on the enemy Archer Queen, for instance with your king. So then you drop down your king, queen, whatever you have in your CC. You might bring 2 witches and a barb. That depends on the style, how you want to do it, and on their CC, if it's a cleanup attack or not. Just bring something that can do some tanking. You might even consider a 3rd golem, but then it's pretty hard on the cleanup, because you won't have that many hogs left. Alright, so you need to take out the enemy Archer Queen. This is very important. If she isn't out, she will wreck you. Same goes for the CC, but this is easier to take care of on this base than the enemy Archer Queen. And next up is, if you're going with hogs, the only reason to bring a rage spell is to ensure that your kill squad takes care of the enemy Archer Queen. So that's the only reason. Your hogs don't need rage spells, they need heal spells, because they are already doing enough damage to take care of the base, if they're healed properly. So if you're going with a jump and a rage, you only have 2 heals left. So you might consider coming in from this side, doing an Asian wall, streaming through this part of the base, because this part will have been wrecked by your kill squad. You can do back end hogs as well, or you could do surgical. That depends on the style. Surgical, in my opinion, isn't too great, because not all splash defenses will be your kill squad, so they might wreck your hogs and you might be forced to throw down your heals before you can reach them. But if you just keep your hogs together, maybe do an Asian wall from here, something like that. They will just come streaming down, wreck the space, and you have new spells here, here, and that should do it. Alright, let's watch the replay. So here is the replay, and you see, first off, he doesn't lure the CC, but he comes in from the other end. I don't know why, but then he just spams all his hogs. So you see the enemy Archer Queen is already there, locking on. The enemy CC comes down, and watch the dragon. He just goes over there, boom, takes out those hogs, boom. They're not standing in his spell anymore. Rage spells are going down, and look, they're just melting. You can see no healing and so much damage on them. They can't withstand that. So you have to take out the enemy CC, and you have to take out the enemy Archer Queen before you do a hog raid. Otherwise you'd see spams is here on the end. It just won't work. You can see how few defenses got taken down, and that's because the firepower of all those factors was just too much, and the fact that he didn't bring 4 heals. With 4 heals he might even have gotten this part of the base. I don't know. Definitely not a 3-star, but he might definitely have gotten more value out of this attack. This is not to show you up or something. It's just something that I thought was a good video to point out a few things you have to do and why it's so important that you do those, and why spell selection is so important on a hog attack as well. Okay guys, so I hope you liked this video. Leave a comment on the sub if you enjoyed watching it, if you think this helped you, and if you want to see more. Thanks for watching, and see you soon guys.